Hi everybody, Rita McGrath here, and I'm delighted to be here at McCarter Theatre in Princeton. Something you don't know about me probably is that I've been a McCarter Theatre fan since 1988 when my husband and I moved to the Princeton area. McCarter just outpunches its weight on every dimension. It's joyful, it's a center of the community, it's original, and I am thrilled to be at the Matthews Theatre at McCarter Theatre Center with Sarah Rasmussen, who is our relatively new artistic director, and I could not be more excited. I just joined the boards this past summer, and so Sarah's also new, so we're kind of just learning our way, and I think she's got some fantastic ideas for how we're going to reimagine this place after we're through whatever it is we're in right now.
Well, McCarter has an incredible legacy. As you can see, we're in the Matthews Theatre, and so much happened here. I love the ghosts in this place. That this is where Thornton Wilder's Our Town first performed, where the big golden age of American comedy started.
I didn't
Kaufman
know
and
that.
Hart plays, absolutely. That back wall was the set for Our Town, and that blew open the whole theater world. That a play was staged in a way that was so unique and new. So McCarter has been, a part of the American theatrical landscape for almost 100 years, which predates then the regional theater movement, which started in the 1960s. And it's something that's really on my mind is that, McCarter came out of the Great Depression, and it came out of the Great Depression with new work, came out of the Great Depression with these great comedies, and something we've been talking about is what will audiences be hungry for out of this time? What will nourish them? And I think it's the combination of content that's challenging and smart. Something we are talking a lot about is the power of comedy, and something you and I have talked a lot about is the role of comedy really in health and wellness and business and how we connect with each other. I think it's going to be important for audiences. So we have some fun ideas about how we're going to try to flood the system of American theater with some joyful work that is inclusive, diverse, smart. Something I love about McCarter is that it's deeply eclectic. We do plays, we do musicals, but we also present dozens of amazing artists, musicians, dance companies, and I think that's something that we can really celebrate in this time too, is what it means to be eclectic, what it means to share content across platforms. Certainly in this time we've learned digital is here to stay with us, whether it's our education classes or sharing sneak peeks, sharing art with audiences, and that's exciting too to think about, being here, being live, and also sharing McCarter as broadly as possible.
So tell us a little bit about the Bard at the Gate project, which is one of my favorites.
Yes, so Bard at the Gate is the brainchild of the amazing Paula Vogel, Pulitzer Prize-winning Paula Vogel, who's she's been such an amazing playwright and educator. You're hard-pressed to think of an amazing American playwright that does not have a connection to Paula as an educator or advocate. And during the pandemic, Paula said, okay, this is dark, but she said, this COVID thing might take me out. What are the plays I have to see and hear before I die? Now, luckily, Paula Vogel did not die. She's here with us. But Paula was bankrolling this entirely on her own and taking plays that she had collected over the years and putting together incredible casts of just amazing artists and putting those out into the world for people to see. And when I learned that Paula was doing this on her own, I said, we've got to bring this in-house at McCarter, see if she'd be open to that. And so we are going to launch a season of digital plays, which anyone in the world can watch. There are already instructors that are planning syllabuses around these plays, conversations. We're going to kick off some really fun events with Paula where she's going to teach playwriting in this equitable way to anybody who wants to learn more. And I think that's exciting to me in terms of how we democratize the industry. And this is actually something I've learned from work you've shared with me of how do we put work out into the world and then let people constellate around that, share that freely, as you talked about, that interaction fields around the work, and that McCarter doesn't always need to be at the center facilitating that, but I think brings together that incredible artistry, Paula's legacy, really honoring an incredible visionary in our field, and also sharing that freely. So that's exciting. It's exciting to me. I grew up without access to live theater. I grew up way out west in South Dakota. So the thought that we could be sharing content that teachers can use freely, that people can get inspired about theater no matter where they live, is exciting.
That is exciting. That's great. Well, Sarah Rasmussen, what a pleasure to be here with you, and I'm really looking forward to seeing those things full. It's great.
It's really fun.
Thank you.